A very warm welcome back to Stone Valley for episode 15 with me, MrSealyp. It is early evening, it's not quite 6 o'clock. I am taking the sunflower that we've already harvested. I've got a funny feeling it's going to rain most of the night, up to the North Sell Point. The price was climbing, it's reached 1549 and stopped. So I want to offload this now because I'm worried that overnight it could start to drop again. Our field 6 next to us, which we put oats in, is already growing. Field 17 that we put canola in is already growing, and the Steiger with our new seeder is over on field 29, and we are doing a sowing contract. We are actually putting canola in that at the moment. Obviously our front seed tank's not being used at the moment because we've got the Steiger and it doesn't have a front 3-point link, but the seeder we're using has got a 5,800 litre capacity. So we're not having to actually fill it up as often, which is pretty handy. I was going to start picking up some of the cultivating contracts, but I was aware as well that a lot of the fertilising contracts have dried up. We've got a lot of cultivating jobs to do, and there are a couple of sowing contracts available. So I thought, well, we'll get the sowing done, then that will give us the option for maybe some fertilising jobs, but also it will give us the option then to just then jump onto some cultivating jobs on some smaller fields, get some of those knocked out, and then we can start repurposing. And that's the whole point of getting the bigger machinery as well, is not only for us to use, but for us to be able to use them on contract work. That's kind of the point. So up here we should now be able to, let's come to the front trailer, let's open the cover, let's sell this. So we should do alright from this. And there is so much more in that field to come as well. We've got loads on there. I reckon we might get the same again, you know. So a pretty good yield of sunflower on this. I've already been first fertilising state on the bits we've harvested are done, and I've been going over with the cultivator because it will need cultivating, and then we'll go over again and fertilise again. So, wow. Not bad at all. Let's go down, cover on. Don't want it filling with water, do we? That would be bad. Switch over to the rear one. Cover off and get that last bit in. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm pretty sure we're going to get all of field 29 done without requiring any more seed. I think we'll get away with it. And with what we're earning on this, we're getting back up to almost where we were before we bought all the new machinery. I've just realised we're still on euros. I need to switch that back to dollars. Sorry. It's because I'm bouncing between this and Holland Seveld with CLEG. But that's not a bad payout considering we're only about halfway done. I'm not sure when I'll see you again, whether it be the morning. Like I said, we do need to feed the cows, but I needed to empty one of these trailers at least because I've come to start moving TMR. I've just realised as well that I probably shouldn't have got rid of the pup, because that would have been perfect for doing smaller amounts, although that yeah, I don't know whether we need to invest in a smaller trailer. That was silly, wasn't it? For doing things like TMR. This is great for hauling large loads off the fields, but for doing things like our TMR, do I really need a 70,000 litre trailer? and one that lifts as well. I would rather have one that pushes from the inside. I have to give that some thought too. As you've just seen, the two pictures I showed was before I started doing a load of fertilising contracts and after, so how it looked before and after those. That was, I think, Big Papa C that suggested doing that. Anyway, we're up to 726,000, which is fantastic, but we are now racing the storm. The rain was a precursor. There is a huge, you know, landscape altering storm on its way, as I have been alluding to for a while. It is here. For those of you that watch my mod review, for those of you that are aware of what I'm talking about, the update is here. So what I'm doing now, the rain stopped just before 2 AM. I'm harvesting the rest of the sunflower. I'm going to get the sunflower off the field, I'm going to get it sold, and then we're going to brace ourselves. And then we're going to have to think about some changes and what we're going to need to have to do to set everything right. I am currently taking an inventory of everything we have for the insurance assessors, the loss adjusters, and anyone else who's going to need to know. I honestly didn't realise what an extensive list it was. So yeah, a bit of work ahead now. I just thought I'd add this in because obviously in the light of day, things I would imagine are going to look considerably different. Well, I mean, they should do. I'm hoping to get everything back to how it is. That's the plan. We'll see how that pans out. So yeah, fingers crossed we should get a nice haul off this again, and hopefully the price stays high. We'll get a lot of this sold. I'm hoping we're going to be in the region of 1 million. So potentially we could come out of this all smiles. We'll see. This is something a little bit different, something you don't normally get to see from me. The start of the episode was building up to the storm coming, in inverted commas. This is the behind the scenes bit, so kind of coming away from the narrative a little bit. The update went live for Stone Valley yesterday, as a lot of you may already know. Now, some people already said they're not going to bother doing the update, they're going to leave it because they weren't having any problems anyway. I was going to update because I wanted to see what the changes were and if it made life a little bit easier and if there was certain bug fixes and things that needed to be done. It just kind of made sense. The problem is then everything needed to be completely reset, and I mean completely. So How do I do it? What have I done so far? I've put a few hours in already. As you can see, this track here, I was talking about putting in, hadn't done yet, so I thought while I'm doing all the landscaping and bits I need to do, I've put it back in. I have got a buy anything silo just up here because I'm replacing all of the products that I had. Now before I did the update, I came onto the map, I made a list of everything I had in storage, I made a list of all the machinery, all the vehicles, all the fields I owned and what those fields had in them. So what I'm going to do is get all of that put back. Now as far as I know on PC with the, what's the mod called? Oh, mine's gone blank. Anyway, regardless, there's a mod that kind of helps you for doing this kind of thing. You can set things up almost immediately, like click of a button type thing. Console, we can't, so it just takes a bit more time to set all this up. So placement of things has become a little bit trickier, kind of in a way. Putting total misration. That's another reason why I was clearing all the bales. I wanted to clear all the bales, I wanted to get them all into the silos as either TMR, which I filled up, or loose products, which I've now done. So if we go across to here and we scroll across, we will now see that my silo has got 84,000 litres of silage, which is what I had before, 116,000 litres of hay, and 155,000 litres of straw. I just suddenly realised I needed to put some in the other silo. Just remembered. But anyway, so that for all intents and purposes is done. This silo is full with 250,000 litres. The other one over there, which I now have placed again. But here's the weird thing. I went to place this, which I had before, and it wouldn't let me place it where I had it before. Don't know why. So it's a little bit further over than it was. So then I came to place the multi-fruit silo, which last time they were almost right up against each other. It wouldn't let me put it any closer to this one, so I had to put it further away. So whilst they are back on here, they are in a slightly different position, which means I've lost a little bit more of the field, but again with a little bit of landscaping and a little bit of fiddling around, I've got the same kind of shape. Everything's back to pretty much how it used to be. As far as fields owned, I own the same fields. I own field 17, I own field 6, I own field 8, we own field 3 with field 35 down the bottom. Now that's another reason why I finished off this harvest. What you saw at the start of this video was me getting this harvest cleared, getting the crops sold, so that I can start with a clean slate with the money that I need to have, and I will reset that momentarily. So what I'm doing at the moment is the fields are prepped. This field has been grassed, so that has now got grass in it, although I haven't got the grass activated. But anyway, that's been grassed. Now that's got to have one cut on it and then start to regrow again, because that's where I was at. Field 6 needs to have oats in it, because that's where I was at, and field 17 needs to have canola in it, which is where I was at. Field 3 will have nothing in it, and field 35 down the bottom will have sugar beet, and that needs to be fully grown. So I've got a load more work to do, which is fine. As far as equipment goes, I'm working my way through my equipment list. Up here at the store, as you can see, there's a whole load of stuff up here. You know what we'll do, and I don't do this very often either. Let's jump up to the shop. Where are we? These were all open before. So it's just a case of resetting. So all the stuff that I had before, I'm rebuying. Now weirdly, when I started the series, I'm sure I got this with the orange, so it looked like a U-Haul kind of trailer. And then for some reason, I don't know what happened, it then suddenly became white. I don't know how that happened, so I've gone back to having that, the U-Haul. So I'm gradually I'm just replacing all of the gear that I had before. If you want to go down the narrative route, storm came through, stuff got damaged, disappeared, got caught up in a tornado, whipped off and gone. The insurance assessors have come in, everything's okay, they've given me the money and I'm buying it all back again. I mean, it depends how you want to go down the route of kind of reconciling it with yourself. Some people won't even bother, they won't do the update, or it's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. I've still got a few more bits. I haven't got my harvester yet, I haven't got the big bag handler. I need to clear a couple of trees down by the farm and put those two pork trophy sections together like I had before. I've bought the cows, put those back in. We've got 36 Black Angus. Now how have I gone about doing this? What I did was put government subsidy signs down. Now, unlike putting government subsidy signs down at the start of a Let's Play, I had done all of this work. I had bought all of this equipment. I'd done it all properly. I'd done it all through contracts. That's the other thing as well. My contracts have reset. I made a note. We were up to missions completed 102. We cracked the centenary. We did 102 missions. So now when you go onto the screen, it will show 0 because it's a new save game. So I'm going to kind of try and keep that rolling total if I can. We were up to 897,000 in the bank. So what I've do was put government subsidy signs down, roll the time forward a little bit so I've got plenty of money, buy everything I need to buy. Once everything is bought, set up and ready to go, I will then lease and return objects. So for example, I've got enough room here. If you look at my total now, it's 1,396,903. So if I go into machinery, I tend to find, I think one of the more expensive machines to lease is the John Deere CP690 cotton harvester. So if you haven't got the John Deere cotton pack, obviously you won't be able to do that. If you click on that, that's 43,000 to lease. If I lease that, like so, and then come back out, go to garage, and these are vehicles at the moment I've got on loan, and I just return that immediately, like so, my money goes down by 43 grand. So then you just roll through that cycle until you get down to the figure you want to be at to start your Let's Play, or the figure I was at before the reset happened. So that's the process I'm in. What I'm going to do is reset all of this, because the reset point, unlike a lot of maps which is normally at the store, the reset point is down at the main farm. So I'm going to reset it all there. It's going to be easier to then distribute the equipment around to where it was before from there. I'm going to buy the harvester, I'm going to buy the draper header, and I think that's it for machinery then. Then all I'll do is just do a bit of fiddling until I can get my money down to where I was before as well, and then it's going to be rolling the time forward so I can get the grass field ready. Then I will replant field 6, field 17, so hopefully when we carry on in this episode will be reset. So this is kind of an interlude in the middle. What I am going to also do is take you down to here, because what, as you can see here, look, part of the update was that you can sell the farmhouse. Now the farmhouse stays, but the trigger goes. So you can now sell it, which you couldn't do before, which is absolutely fantastic. So what I did was sold that right at the start. If we click on that, so what I've got now is I just bought one of the doormats, and I've got a doormat in front of my house here, which means this can now be my sleep through the night trigger, rather than having to go back across there every time I wanted to skip through the night or do anything like that. So as you can see, the farmyard, I've got my jet wash. I'm gradually putting all the bits of machinery back. I've got my repair point just over there. I've got my multi-fruit extension silo put in. Like I say, what I need to do is remove a couple of these trees again and get my shelter put back in. I have started doing a little bit of landscaping to put back the little kind of parking bits that I had before. So yeah, I'm getting there. It's just a bit of work, you know. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you would want to spend the time redoing it, I just want to get it back to exactly how it was before. I wanted to do the update because I wanted to make sure that everything was updated and as fresh as it possibly could be. So that's where I'm at. I would imagine the next time I see you, actually what I am going to do now is do it again, go to here, and what we'll start doing is clicking and resetting. So I'm going to reset all of this stuff. This is all going to go over to the main farm, and then I'm much closer here to then go over, grab it and bring it over, or put it to whichever farm I need to. So that's the plan. I'm wondering whether or not that trailer, when it resets for any reason, it loses its colour, which would seem a bit weird, but okay. So that's all moved. So what you'll now see is that over here all the equipment is here, so I can now move it all around. So that's what I'm up to, that's what we're doing, and it will be done fairly soon, hopefully. But that's kind of how I go about doing it. And if you want to do this at the start of a Let's Play, That's how I would set everything up. I came on a new farmer. I've got it on normal, the same as I normally do. What I will generally do, unless I want to use all the start machinery you get on the map, I'll sell all the start machinery. I'll get the few bits I want to start a let's play with. I'll buy the bits I need to buy. I'll set everything up, and then, like I said, I'll lease and return until I get down to over 100,000. Like I did on this one, I started on what was 99,000, I think it was, with one tractor and a bit of land. You know, and then you're good to go. Click save and off we go, kind of thing. So what we'll do now is go back to the rest of the video, and back to kind of the narrative, and for you, instantaneous. For me, got a bit more work to do. So I will see you in a bit. It is just before 7 o'clock in the morning. The storm has abated. We have pretty much survived. Look at that, very ominous though. We are not going to need to claim on our crop insurance. Everything is where it should be, replaced and sorted. A few things have changed, oddly. Some different placement of things. Traffic is now turn off and onable, should you wish to do so. But anyway, we're on to the next task. We haven't fed the cows yet because of the storm, because of everything that was going on. They didn't get fed. We've got 897,000 in the bank, but we haven't got a water tanker, so we need to get a water tank. So I'm going to go for, it should still be in here. I think I'm going to go for the MTU 60,000 litres. It's going to be more than what we need. We can also use it for transporting milk when we've got milk that needs transporting. It's only 40 grand, so we're going to get one of those. I don't know what colour we're going to go for, whether just to leave it like that. Actually, the main colour we can go for like a red, can't we? Oh, where's the one that was mixed? Oh, is this not? Oh yeah, chrome red. To kind of go with the farm, the whole case thing, we could go with the chrome red, couldn't we? That might look quite cool. Although I have got the oh, that's just normal orange, isn't it? Bronze is quite cool. We haven't got... Have we got a chromed... Oh, the copper. Because we've got the orange... Yeah, I'm going to go for that. It's only 500 more. And we'll go for Trelleborgs, I think. Standards. Rim colour we'll leave as it is. So. Let's get that. Let's sort out feeding the cows, shall we? Get them bedded down, fed, watered, and then we'll be on to the next thing. So yeah, I mean, as you've just seen, it's been recorded in a couple of stints, so it was, I'm trying to think, yesterday when the mods dropped and the map got its update, I did the mod review, and then I started on the new map. Took all the details, started prepping. I I went through to about 11:30 last night, then got up this morning at about just before 8. Went through from 8 till nearly lunchtime. And by lunchtime I had re-prepped, repurposed, replaced and organised everything. So it took a while, but we got there. Our canola is growing pretty much as it would have been. So without the kind of interlude in the middle, for all intents and purposes, I could chop that section out and we would just run through from where we were. Water, that's a very good point actually. Where's the water point down at the cow farm? I assume there is one. Didn't even think to check that. Our oats are growing fine there. Our grass field has had its first cut and then has regrown again, so that'll probably, maybe not quite yet, but we'll be ready for second cut on that. And then with the 2 layers we should get a fair bit of that. That's going to be bunker siloed, compacted and fermented. And also we've got our sugar beet and then field 3 here that we finished harvesting after the rain at what, 3 AM? I think we finished that. So that needs repurposing. We need to put something else in field 3, which I haven't quite decided yet what we're going to go with. I know we've got... I'm trying to think. Is that fuel? That might be fuel. That's a very good point. That's where you collect your milk from. Slurry point. You know, I don't know. We might have to place a standpipe. It's going to be one of those things that I'll find, won't I? I'll be like, oh yeah. Or again, someone will mention it and say, oh, it's by the whatever, and you'll look and think, of course, that makes perfect sense. It's not in there. Is it around here somewhere? Those IBCs, maybe? I think I might place one. At least I'll know then. Let's just open that. Peculiar. Okay. Bear with me just a minute. I think where the water's pouring around there, is that a water tank around the side there? Is this potentially it? Maybe not. There we go. The pipe's round there. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? This may take some time. Actually, you know what I'll do? Turn the engine off while that's filling. Let's grab the front end of this and get some TMR. I was thinking as well, with the amount of cows we've got, realistically, this probably will work out alright. We'll go and take it out of this one first. We have got 30,000 litres in the other silo at the other farm, but for the time being, I think it'll be good from here. There's 2 buttons on this one. One opens up the cover, and one that allows you to collect. This one here, if I turn that off, like that, get back in and press L3, nothing happens. So what I'll need to do is turn that on, then press L3, and we can get a total mix ration. I'll put 70,000 litres in, it doesn't matter. It may well, we've got 36 cows, so potentially I think we'll probably use all of that anyway. So while that's filling, now comes the fun bit. I'm assuming it's just through here, isn't it? This bit here. I would imagine the straw goes there too. The water trough's over there. We'll get them sorted. Just trying to think, the last time, it's quite got a slow fill on this, hasn't it? The last time I had to do a full reset on a map because it needed a new save game. I think might have been, if I'm might be misremembering, but I think it might have been the old Stream Farm, you know, on FS19. Pretty sure it was the old Stream Farm. That was an entire day because SealyG helped me as well. I'd cut down trees, I'd blended fields together, I'd done so much work, so then I had to go in and redo everything. Whereas at least on this there was no I hadn't really made any main changes to the field. Oh, one thing I have done, actually, in the remodel, no, not that way, is field 3, that water course, the kind of strip of grass that ran across, that's gone. That's been ploughed out. It got so badly damaged in the storm that we just had to plough through it. So we did. That's not to say I'm not going to partition the field, because I might still partition it. As I said before, a while back, I might partition it across here. So that grassway, if I now go to soil composition, is gone. So whilst it shows it on the mini-map, it's not there anymore. So what I might do is partition across there and have this as a separate field. Maybe. Blimey, this is taking forever. Come on. I haven't got all day, you know. Got to see a man about a dog. That's the point, we haven't got a dog, have we? Finally! Finally! Can I drive at that? That's probably the worst angle I could have come at that. That's a bit better. There we go. I'm curious to see. It probably is going to take all of it. 36 cows. They're going to require a fair amount, aren't they? Total mixed ration doesn't go as far as it used to, does it? Not back in the good old days. We're just going to start like that, or we're going to actually close off now? Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. Just over half full. Blimey. Okay, right, water and straw. We just need to get them off the starting blocks, out of the gate. Pick whichever one you want. So what I do, talking about out the gate, let's actually open the gate. That would be a cracking idea, wouldn't it? Let's try that. I mean, we'll just give it a go, see how it works, you know. Let's see whether opening a gate will actually help us drive out. God, this is a bit tighter than I thought it might be. Let's see if we can swing around there. So what we'll do is we'll go around, we'll get some straw out of the silo for bedding. Oh, that was the other thing I did. The 75,000 litres of straw I had in my silo over there, directly ahead of us, I moved over and put into this silo. So with what we had in here as well, it's all combined in one place down at this farm, which is where we kind of need it to be. So what we'll do is we'll get that loading up with straw. Go and grab the water, fill up the water trough. Another fantastic reason to have 2 lorries. Over the cattle grid. Now, am I going to be right this side, or do I have to be that side for this to work? Nope, we're okay there. So that's working. Look at that, it's a nice sight, isn't it? Tractor driving down the road, silhouetted by the sun coming up. Almost poetic. Well, it's taken a while. Episode 15, we got our cows. Now what I'm thinking is, I know I'm not running seasons on here at the moment, but these I said we're going to have Angus. Now they are going to produce milk, but what I was thinking of doing was having these this side and kind of simulating these could be our beef herd, our meat animals. Like I say, we're not running seasons, but yeah, just go with it. But we have got the second one this side. I thought about then maybe putting some Holsteins in here and having this as kind of the dairy side. Both lots will produce milk, but that way they're kind of separated. Yeah, I might do that, you know. That's, you know, why not? It's not hurting anybody, is it? Okay, we're done. Right. Oh, where's the cow going? Is it because I put water in? Feeling a bit thirsty. They should be. They've been all night without any food or water. It's hardly surprising they're a bit thirsty, a bit parched. Let's back that up into there for the time being. Lights off. Oh, look, going right in. Let's get some bedding in there for them, and then we will be good to go. Then I can top up the top mix ration for them whenever I need to. Let's go round. Going the long way. I did extend the paving here. The grass was a lot thicker here, but I extended the paving just to give myself room to swing the articulated lorries around. I think I might just come in from the other way actually. Oh look, we're all coming in now. I've left the gate open the other end, haven't I? Was there a gate this end? Oh, straw's this end. Oh, okay. Do you have a light switch in here? There are lights up there. Oh, am I doing my usual, just being really blind? Where is it? Where is it likely to be? They're all marked with the hazard thing, aren't they? There we go, look. Bomb! That's better. Still a little bit dark. Do they need more? Or not? Nope, we're good. So, how are we looking now? Cleanliness is fine. Water's in, straw's in, top mix ration we do need a bit more. That should get our reproduction rate up. Productivity should be okay. Manure and slurry will start production soon, as will the milk. What do I do now? What should I do next? Well, like I say, off camera I'll sort out the TMR. What I will do though, let's duck through this door here, like that. I could probably go out there actually and turn, but I'm conscious of getting stuck. Wouldn't be the first time. Let's go and tip this back. So yeah, I think the next lot of cows I buy then we'll go with some Holsteins and we'll have them kind of split between our beef stock and our dairy. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's close that up. But we are now getting somewhere. Fantastic. So apart from the obvious changes, like I said about the traffic being able to turn on and off and being able to sell the main farmhouse, which means you can then put your own farmhouse or your own sleep trigger or whatever, wherever you want to put it, so you can set your main farm up. I'm not sure of any more visible changes. The actual changelog did state a few things, but although it did say on the ×2 map, which is the console version, there was a couple of place names, and there was on the original description for the console version that I'm assuming are remnants left over from the PC version, because they're place names that aren't on the map. I'm sure it said Little Acre, unless it's one of these, but I couldn't find it, and it said about sell points taking additional crop types, which obviously on the console version we haven't got additional crop types. Well, I say we haven't. We've got rye and we've got alfalfa, but that's the point. We haven't done any rye, have we? We could do a rye crop at some point. What does rye pay? Oh, not very much, does it? Maybe we could do rye on a smaller field, potentially. I do actually have TMR in here as well, so I think while I'm here, I've just unloaded the straw. Let's get another load of TMR. I think this fills up a lot quicker. And then what I'll do off screen is the TMR I've got stored over at the other farm we'll bring over and put into these silos. Now we've got a bit of space. Yeah, this is way quicker. Okay, I think what we might do is swing down. I might go and get some sugar beet harvesting equipment and start harvesting field 35 down the bottom. And then we can take that up to the biogas plant. I'm curious to see what will happen at midnight when we get paid for that. The mowers I have actually left up at the up at the middle farm. Was it Jarrett's main farm, because the grass field's over there, so I thought it seemed pointless bringing the mowers backwards and forwards when that farm is right next door. So we spoke to Jarrett, and Jarrett said absolutely no problem at all, of course you can leave them here. So that's what we've done. They're in his barn at the moment over there. That way when we need to mow that grass we can just whiz over with the tractor and grab them out of the barn. You know what, I've changed my mind. I'm going to do the sugar beet in the next episode because I want that to be a more kind of standalone job rather than tacked on the end of what I'm doing. I'm going to come up to the main farm here at Jarrett's and I'm going to grab the mowers. I'm going to go over field 8 again. Hopefully I'll get this mowed and then we'll get it windrowed. What I'm probably going to do, I could use a loading wagon. But what I might do is see if there's a milling machine available. If there's a milling machine available, I could use one of the 70,000 litre trailers instead. Oh no, I can't, can I? Because I haven't got a lorry with a front 3-point link. I didn't go for one like that. So maybe I'll go old school. Old school, isn't it? I'll go old school. We'll go with a loading wagon. It will still do 50, it depends if you want to go with 56,000 litres, something like that. 50. I can't remember what the biggest one is we've got available. So what we will do is let's switch over to the front, open that up, let's go to the back and open those up. Oh, that's something that's all changed as well as being able to turn the traffic on and off. I think the traffic routes have changed. That's all different as well. I'm not noticing the bunching up of vehicles at the I suppose intersections, but the crossroads. I'm not noticing anywhere near the same problems that we were getting before. So that's also very good. Let's get. I'm trying to think. How wide are we here? Don't want to go right up against the edge, but let's back up a bit to there. Let's get the front one on. And dropped. Get the back ones on. And dropped. Let's do this. Cruise control on. Let's get to my side. It's alright, we're not right up against the verge. I'm going to do a loop round, a couple of loops around the edge. That way it won't disappear off into the next field or anything silly like that, which we've had happen before. You can kind of see where the grass was before. And what should happen now then is that we'll get a load more of this. Let's back up and get level where it was before. I think that's about right. Let's get and have a check. So as you can see, there's way more on the ground there than there would be from just one cut. So that's obviously the cut from before, and then what we've just done. This is exactly what I was hoping for, so we should get an absolute load to go into the bunker silo. Whether we'll sell the silage at the biogas plant or whether we'll use it for feed, I don't know at the moment. Now again, the same as when I did the first cut on this, the same as when I did the cutting before, when I made hay. You've seen me mowing before. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Go on the edge, and then I'll get to a point I can set a worker off, and what I might do then is grab one of the other tractors and come over with a windrower so I can get on with the windrowing while it's while it's mowing. I could be windrowing it now. I could set the rear mower to windrow because I do have that ability, but when I did the first cut I left it all open because I didn't want to windrow it, because then the windrows would be too big when you try and drive over them. I know it's not making a lot of sense, but it will do. It makes a lot of sense when you suddenly find you're collecting up loads and loads and loads of grass. Looking good. The field has been cut. Field 8 is done. It's now being windrowed. I grabbed the Vicon. What was it? 1304 Pro. I want to say Anders. Was that? No, that doesn't sound right. But it is, isn't it now? Andex, not Anders. The Andex 1304 Pro. I went for that rather than the Swadro 2000 because we've got a double cut. The bigger the windrower, the more you get in each windrow, and there's going to be a lot of grass anyway. And as you can see with the smaller windrower, we've still got some pretty big grass swaths. Now I've gone for the Shooting Marker Rapide 8400. This is a 56,000 litre loading wagon. I could have gone, like I say, for the milling machine, but my lorry, you know, I haven't got a tractor. This hasn't got a front 3-point link either. I could have done 70,000 litres at a time, but this 56,000 litres, I'm not knocking it. Now I've been trying to do some figures on this and thinking in my head, when we did hay, we did 90 hay bales at 4,000 litres a bale. That puts us at, what, 360,000 litres? That's right, isn't it? 9, 18, 27, 36. Yeah, 36,000 litres. This has got a double cut, fully fertilised, so potentially we could get 720,000 litres. Does that seem right? Well, I'm going to start it off now anyway. As you can see by what we're getting off this first swath, yeah, I suppose that is entirely possible, isn't it? There are going to be some bits I miss. I'll come back and mop up any bits that I don't quite get. I thought using the Steiger might be a bit overkill, but in all honesty I think because of the size of the loading wagon and how much it can actually take, it's probably not a bad idea using this. The fact that my other tractor is, or the other tractor with enough horsepower, the Puma, is doing the windrowing. So yeah, actually we're going to get full in no time, aren't we? Yeah, I suppose extrapolation being one full load at 50,000 litres, it's not going to take that many loads to get to 700,000 litres, is it? That's rather scary. We're nearly there on the full one. This I will continue on the next episode, and we are going to get the sugar beet harvest done in the next episode. I'm probably going to be a bit of a multitasking one again, because what I'll probably do as well is once this is done, I'll get, oh, we're full already, 56,500. I'll get this on the planter, and we'll get field 3 here planted. I'm thinking we might go with a big rye harvest, you know. I haven't done rye yet, so I might go for a massive rye harvest. So this is all going to go to the bunker silo at the farm at the cow farm. I was going to take it and put it in the bunker side at the BGA, but I thought I'd rather have it over here. That way, if we need the silage for total mixed ration, we've got it. If we decide we're not going to and we're going to sell it all, I'll just haul it. We'll get a conveyor belt or something and we'll just load up trailers and we'll haul it and we'll sell it at the BGA. Doesn't matter either way around. I'm glad I did a double cut on that. Like I said before, it just kind of makes sense. If the field's sitting there and it's fully grown, this is with seasons off, of course. With seasons on, you can't do a double cut, because if you cut it and leave it, it will degrade over time, in which case you end up losing more than you gain from doing a double cut, so there's no point. And by double cut, I don't mean getting more than one cut in a year. I mean cutting it, letting it grow, cutting it again, and having 2 lots of grass sitting on the field, which is how I'm managing to get twice the amount of grass off the same field. So I'll probably use the Steiger to compact this as well. It's a big old tractor, isn't it? Some nice flotation tyres. This is a wide clamp as well. It says that and then bottoms out straight away. How's that got stuck already? That's weird. I'll just keep going back. No, we're probably stuck. How is that even possible? Just got stuck on that ridge. There we go, there we go. Drive forward and hook up at the same time. Really good for the hitch. Really, really good. Don't try this at home, kids. Okay. First 56,000 litres in. Let's go back over, get the next 56. And like I say, I will continue. What I'll probably do is I'll carry on collecting and putting in there. Next episode we'll cut to the last load going in. We'll see how much is in there, we'll compact it, cover it, and then we can get on with the other jobs. I don't want to do an entire episode of me just hauling grass and putting it into the silo. This wasn't cheap to lease, but then that said, it's not like we're short of money, and I can do a contract of some description, pick up a contract, and we can make the money back in no time. I think it was about 6 grand or 7. But it's a nice size, this. I'm pretty sure in 17 we had the Strautmann, was it the DO5? Well, it was 50,000 litres, wasn't it? I think it was one of the biggest ones we had. Let's pick up some of the errant bits we missed on the way and carry on. So, I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there. I did have a few messages yesterday from people saying that they had done the update and then gone back onto their previous save game and it hadn't caused a problem. The thing about it is it might not necessarily cause a problem, but you won't necessarily get all of the things that have been changed. It's not like the game will crash. Some people have been saying that they've done the update and the game won't load properly, which I haven't experienced yet. I haven't had a problem with that at all. So yeah, potentially without doing the update, or if you, let me get this right, if you do the update and use your previous save game, the update changes may not take effect, so you may not notice anything different. It may well be that it has worked and you've done the update and you are playing and it's not caused any issues whatsoever and you've got all the changes, and if that's the case, fantastic. I just sort of thought, err on the side of caution, reset everything, that way I know there shouldn't be any problems. So yeah, we're all done, we're up and running again, back to where we were. We'll get this done, like I say. Next jobs on the list will be tackled in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you are enjoying it. If you are, and have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.